JAGSHEMASH everybody, my name is Bartonix and welcome back to the channel. And I'm afraid you read this title of this video right correct. I do not enjoy games anymore, and this is the video that I want to talk about it because this is something that is on my mind and I cannot get rid of it for some strange reason. It all started a long time ago, you know, when I was trying to record some games, and I've got some issues with my either software or hardware with my capture cards and everything. I tried to record some games and I bought some games from the Steam because you guys requested it. When I was playing those games, everything was fine, and you know, the gameplay was running, I was reacting to it and recording, but after I was done recording, I noticed that some of the footage has got frozen for some strange reason. Sometimes the footage was freezing after 2 minutes, sometimes after 15 minutes, sometimes half an hour, sometimes instantly. And I tried everything, literally everything, to make it work. I replaced my capture cards, I replaced some cables, hell, I even uninstalled and installed the Windows again, tried to all the updates and everything, but no matter what I did, the gameplay was still freezing. And it was completely random sometimes, as I said, 2 minutes, half an hour, pure lottery. And the only gameplay footage that I was able to record without any interruptions, like what I mean by that, the footage didn't froze, was the game that I played, Thai. I didn't have my microphone plugged in, I didn't have my camera plugged in, it wasn't going through the capture card, and somehow the gameplay was recorded without any interruptions. But obviously after some time I was like, you know, I bought those games, I'm gonna record them no matter what, but at the same time I wasn't able to do it because I kinda knew what is going to happen in the game itself, like, oh, I played this, oh, I need to fake my reaction. Then I got angry because I didn't want it to fake my reactions, you know, for the games that I was playing, because that's not my style, even though some people suggested on the, I think it was on the Ghosted 2 video, that I was faking my reactions, but that's not the case. Always my reactions to all my games that I'm playing are genuine, and it felt bad for me to like re-record the games and, you know, fake the reactions and everything. It just didn't feel right to me, and I decided to not play this game and not to record it again. But then obviously it made me mad, it made me angry, because like I started to think like, oh my god, this isn't working. I tried to do, you know, I tried to fix that and nothing is helping. I was so angry, like I was almost that close to smashing my LCD, boom. But then different thing happened, right? And my friend suggested to me, oh, Bartonix, maybe you should buy the Call of Duty Cold War. It's a very nice game. You've got the feeling of the Black Ops. Some of the maps from the Black Ops are actually in the Cold War and everything, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. So I bought the Call of Duty Cold War. I started to playing it, but yeah, but like for the first 5-10 levels, it felt like very nice, to be honest, because, you know, Cold War have this 80s vibes, you know, the music, the settings and everything, the guns, weapons, everything was just spot on, and I really enjoyed the game. But as I'm saying, for the first like 10 levels, but then I got to the point where I, you know, start up the game, started to playing it, but then like after a few minutes in the game, was like, what I'm doing, just like I couldn't like force myself to play, and it was just like a brain dead moment, like, and that felt strange. And I remember closing the game with Alt and F4. I still got the game installed on my PC, but just I couldn't force myself to play the game, you know, and it felt very strange. And like I started to asking myself the question, like, why is that? Why I'm not playing this game? Why I'm not having fun? And then I realized something similar happened to me while playing Fallout 76, even though I have about 900 hours in the game itself. But I've also noticed, like, sometimes when I'm playing Fallout 76, like, oh, there's new scoreboard, I'm gonna do some levels, I'm gonna grind this, I'm gonna do that, and, you know, I'm starting up the game. Okay, I'll load up into the game, and what now? And I've got this stupid thought in my head, like, what now? And just like I cannot force myself to play, and most of the times I'll F4 and just quitting the game for some strange reason. And I tried to understand why is this happening, because I couldn't find like logical explanation for that. But I think I found it, and the answer is very simple: I'm getting old. And well, I'm not sure if I'm getting old or if what is happening in my head, that I'm not enjoying games anymore, because I started this channel with playing games, and as far as I can remember, since my dad introduced me to gaming, the PC gaming, I was always like interested in gaming. Like most of my times I wasn't spending like outside or with friends, I was just playing games. you know, and I played so many titles like Doom, you know, Duke Nukem, Dune 2, Dune 2000, Morrowind, Skyrim, you know, so many games that I played that I put so much time, you know, to finish those titles because I was so into those games. Maybe because, well, I won't be saying too much about that, but my childhood wasn't really, you know, it wasn't very nice, unfortunately. So I think the gaming for me was like some sort of like escape from the reality of the world, and that's where I was like focusing on gaming, just to forget about all the bad stuff that was happening around me. But at the same time, you know, I was getting older and older, and I remember along the way when I was like getting excited when Gearbox Software bought 3D Realms, and I remember when they announced Duke Nukem Forever. I remember the excitement, all the trailers and everything. The hype was there, but there was like many other games that I was hyped for. I remember like Borderlands 2, then was the pre-sequel coming out and everything, you know. I remember like playing the Walking Dead, you know, the game. That was the game that you had to make choices, and some of the choices had the consequences on the end of each episode and everything. But I was crying, okay? I was crying. I'm not afraid to say it. I was crying on the end of the Walking Dead episode 1. I was crying. And if you did play it and you didn't cry, you're not human, okay? Back in the day, I know I sound like a boomer right now, but like back in the day when the game was coming out, it was the full product, and most of the times you didn't even have to like download any updates because obviously internet back then wasn't like widely spread. And when you were buying a game, the game was finished. Most of the times the game was without the bugs or anything, and sometimes, you know, DLC was like a separate game, like you know, another like standalone title. And right now, you know, it just feels weird, and for me it feels like the game companies, you know, their goal is not to bring you joy, it's not to bring you happiness, not to bring you, you know, escape from the reality, but their goal is to take as much money from your wallet as they can. One of the good examples is Call of Duty Cold War, where you have, okay, you have a base game, but then you have, you know, skins, you know, you've got new characters for the game that you have to buy with the real money and stuff like that. And just, it doesn't feel right, you know. In some games you have the subscriptions, like in Fallout 76, for example, when the game first came out, I was very excited and everything, and I was playing the game a lot, but then they introduced the Fallout first. You have to pay monthly just to have a private world, you know, and you could have all the junk, you know, unlimited junk, like storage box and everything, but only if you pay monthly. And I think the gaming itself, it's evolving but backwards a little, because it's like, you know, imagine the situation where you go into the bakery and you want to buy a cake, and in order to have the full cake you have to buy half of the cake, but then the baker will say, oh, if you want the whole cake you have to buy the half of the cake, and then you have to buy each separate piece of the cake, and then you will have the cake, the full cake, for your party, but obviously you're paying extra money. And I think that's the point of this video, and that's the point of how I feel right now. Just gaming doesn't seem to be as much exciting as it used to be, you know. It feels fake. I don't know why, and I don't know why I'm feeling that way. And I'm trying to get over it, but at the same time it makes me feel sad when I think about it. Getting too old might be one reason. Maybe, you know, DLC skins, like, you know, loot boxes and everything might be the other case, and the feeling of being scammed in general. Like, for example, Borderlands 3, I played the Borderlands 1, I played the Borderlands 2, I played the Borderlands pre-sequel, but then you have Borderlands 3, which I bought, but then you have 2 season passes, 2, not 1, just why? The conclusion of this video is very simple. I do not enjoy games anymore, and I have no idea if there's a way to fix that, if there's even a chance to fix that. What I know for sure, I'm not quitting the gaming, like, you know, totally quitting gaming, because there's still some titles that I would like to play, like Stalker 2 that was announced not long time ago. There's Atomic Heart coming up. and you know, some Doom modifications are still being like, you know, fixed and being in development. I just wanted to let you guys know that I will be still making some videos, don't get me wrong, but they're not gonna be as much gaming related as they used to be. But I have some creative thoughts. I'm learning Adobe After Effects all over again and everything, and I'm hoping to bring some more creative videos than gaming, and this is the way I would like to my channel to go to, like creating like some creative videos, like cinematic videos, like short stories or like short action videos and stuff like that. But at this point we'll see what future will brings, and yeah, that's really pretty much everything what I would like to say in this video. So thank you everybody for watching, and as always I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.